Alien, Earth by Noah Hawley has done a fantastic job of paying tribute to such a legendary history while simultaneously delivering something fresh for fans to connect with. So far this season, we have seen some brutal xenomorph action, a horrifying octopus-eye alien named Ocellus, and an original protagonist in the form of hybrid Wendy, Chandler. But in space, no one. Episode 5, the show reverted to the first episode, leaving Wendy and the others to concentrate on the Maginot's crash. The plot twist was that all of this was done by Prodigy's Boy Kavalier, Blenkin, who was trying to obtain the extraterrestrial specimens aboard. In Alien, Earth's 6th episode, The Fly, Wendy, the Lost Boys, and all the other people we've met come back, but things aren't going so well. 2 characters will die before the final credits roll. The Fly opens with Wendy speaking to the developing xenomorph in its glass prison as the alien eye inside the sheep looks on. Joe, Alex Lawther, and Kirsh, Timothy Olyphant, also witness their interactions, so it's not the only one. However, because Wendy tore off the head of an adult xenomorph a few episodes ago, there's no need to be afraid. When Joe inquires about the upkeep Wendy will require once she leaves Neverland, the robot informs Wendy's brother that Boy Kavalier will never allow Wendy to go. In the meantime, Lily Newmark's character Nibs, who was having a breakdown and even believed she was pregnant, has been shut down. Adam Ince, Ade Edmondson, Boy Kavalier's right-hand man, gives Dame Essie Davis, and Arthur Sylvia, David Ristel, the order to erase Nibs' memory and all that transpired following the crash. He also wants her personality changed to be more composed, but when Arthur doesn't agree, Adam Ince immediately fires him. Later, Joe confides in Wendy that he believes the decision to bring the aliens here was a mistake. Joe doesn't like that she feels sorry for them. Wendy thinks this, which makes her grin. A xenomorph might be beneficial. She wants to embrace opportunities and explore them with Boy Kavalier. What might go wrong? What if I don't want to go? Wendy asks as Joe mentions trying to figure out a method to get her out. Boy Kavalier, Adam Ince, and Kirsh encounter Yutani, Sandra E. Sensendiver, who is accompanied by Morrow, Bobo Cisse, and another man, with a moderator in between. Boy Kavalier places his bare feet on the table because he is so arrogant. Boy Kavalier cuts Yutani off as she tries to be serious and states that she wants Wayland Yutani's property returned. The ship and everything on board are being kept because thousands of people were killed. She is accused of a cover-up by Boy Kavalier, if only they knew the truth, but Yutani is prepared to pay an additional $10 billion to retrieve her cargo. He receives $20 billion because he is in charge. 8. And Yutani's specimens must undergo a 6-week quarantine before they may be returned. He should have plenty of time to pursue his evil plans. Yutani, who is upset by the humiliation she endured, is listening as Morrow declares that he plans to obtain a xenomorph before the end of the day. Additionally, he wants the facility to become unstable as they flee the pandemonium. Although Yutani is in command, Morrow is taking the initiative. Nibs is brought back online by Dame Sylvia after she has erased the horror from her memory. Nibs is perplexed by the inquiries from her fellow hybrid when Wendy pays her pal a visit. She doesn't know what this crash-related chatter is either. Nibs's fear returns as she worries about the reason behind her memory loss. Morrow is still bothering slightly, Adarsh Gomrov, about sacrificing a human to the facehugger, so she is not the only lost boy having difficulties. Slightly visits Joe with the intention of bringing him to the lab for the facehugger to assault him. Joe is taken to patrol outside before he can entice him to the lab. Joe continues to inquire about leaving the island while on the grounds with the other Prodigy troops, but they caution him to halt his plans. Wendy is becoming more involved while Joe is thinking about leaving. While she chats with the nearly mature xenomorph. After Kirsh leaves, he instructs Isaac, Kit Young, who has been given a new name, to feed and water the creatures before starting the following experiment on the list. As it and the other aliens are fed in the lab, the sheep with the eye silently and attentively observes. But Isaac finds that one of the food hatches isn't working properly, so he lets himself in through the main door. Since nothing now separates him from the flying creatures that have made a home in the corner, his immature mind is causing him to take chances that he should never take. The sheep hits the glass with its head after realizing this. Isaac jumped as a result, unintentionally closing the door behind him. He's stuck now, and there's no escape. A winged alien swoops down on Isaac's arm and spits a liquid on his face that eats right through him in a terrible moment. Another flying thing joins it after Isaac dies, and they absorb the fluid leaking from his artificial skin. Dame Sylvia is confronted by Wendy over Nib's erased memory. The fact that Nibs had no control over what occurred to her upsets her. Dame shifts the conversation to Wendy's extensive use of the secure laboratory. Like the Lost Boys, the hybrid is angry that the aliens are being used for experiments. She believes that they are identical, and if disassembling things is what humans do, she doesn't even want to be regarded as a person anymore. Kirsh claims that although the hybrids are unable to feel, they are nonetheless able to perceive reality. Does she want this? Because Dame wants to assist Wendy, she urges her not to listen to a robot, but Wendy questions. If people are the cause of the world's problems. Joe enters while Arthur is organizing his belongings and wants to know if Wendy is okay on the island. He wants an honest response because he knows how much Arthur cares. After glancing at a camera, the former Prodigy employee insists Wendy is safe. He utilizes the time to enter, take her and get her out, then a code for the boat, as he is about to show Joe something on a computer screen. Arthur then switches off the monitors and the hybrids track